Welcome to episode number 53 of the 5 Letters podcast. You got myself, Yells, you got Bez to the left of me, you got Cam to the right of me, and we got Elliot inside the building as well. Big up, Elliot. Obviously, if you've been listening to the podcast, you would have heard his name. Big supporter of the podcast, one of our oldest friends as well. So big up, Elliot, in the building. But yeah, that's the introduction. Let's get into it. The 5 Letters podcast. Okay, so we're here, boys. Talk to me. How's your 2 weeks been? Let's catch up, like we usually do.
Yeah, 2 weeks has been good. I had our work social not too long ago. Like, 'cause we meant to have one end of September, and then it got pushed back to October. So, yeah, we had our work social. We went to some place in like South Bank called Immersive Game Box.
Okay.
It's like a kind of not virtual reality, but sort of virtual reality. You have these little things on your head, and then you like you're playing the game. We play Squid Game. It was quite cool.
Yeah.
Like playing, you go like cut the thing out, the cookie, and red light, green light, all that sort of all the different games and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that was pretty fun. And then went to like a bar after, just for a chilled one.
Some drinks.
Do you have those like once a month or?
Nah, so this is like we went to have them every few months, but then so our budget resets in July. So we were meant to have like one so we were meant to have one in August or September. Then we'll have another one in like March sort of time. That's only because busy season is like January, February.
Yeah.
And then you'll obviously have Christmas one. January, February is busy season, and March would be the next one sort of thing. But yes, this was our first one technically of the year. So, but yeah, it was fun. I was on the team to plan it sort of thing. So yeah, knocked it out of the park. And then yeah, that's pretty much been what I've done for the most part. Working. Been running. It's funny though, my Strava glitched out the other day when I ran.
Yeah, what happened?
So I ran like a different route this time, and like it just when I was running, I saw it, and it was like 20 minutes gone, and I was on like 4.5k. I'd run. I was like, that can't be right. That's very. I'm not running that fast. Like for this to be.
Yeah, that's quite a bit.
Yeah, and by the time I got back home, I checked it, and I've had like 7 gold medals on my Strava, and apparently like my 400 meters was almost world record. It was like 47 second 400 meters, and the world. I was like, wait a minute, I googled it, and the world record was 43 seconds.
Damn,
So yeah, man, catch me in the Olympics 2024 or whenever the next one is.
That's crazy.
But yeah, that's my 2 weeks pretty much.
Yeah, man. I got out. I ran once in the last 2 weeks, and then I was like, I don't know, man. Nah, like my knee was playing up again. I don't know. I might have done some like serious damage to it or permanent damage. I don't know. But like, I got about 20. I mean, after about 7 minutes in, I was like, I can feel this. Then about 20 minutes in, I was like, nah, I better just stop, because like if I keep going, I might not be able to walk tomorrow. So let me just stop and like, yeah, got my heart pumping.
Like
quick.
severe and permanent limp.
Yeah, exactly. Got my heart pumping for 20 minutes, and yeah. No, I'm definitely gonna get back out there, but I don't know. I might have done some damage to my leg.
Just get like a knee support or something, and
like Stone Cold.
Yeah, get the knee braces. Yeah, come through with the music and everything. You know?
Yeah, no, but for the rest of my 2 weeks, it's pretty much been a quiet one for me. Yeah, I've just been posting on social media a lot, and that's it. Like making it look like I'm doing a lot, but really I'm just sat at home. Like.
We did go to the thing though, the art thing.
Oh yeah, we went to the V&A. We did a art class in the Victoria and Albert Museum. He did a lot better than I did.
You say that. I mean, I think you did all right. I think I did all right.
You smashed
do you
it.
have pictures of the drawings?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could pull mine up. Let me get it. 1 sec.
Yeah, he absolutely smashed it. Like mine, I'm like, nah, I'm not going to show you it. 'Cause I'm like, nah.
His wasn't bad. It really wasn't bad, because it was like, what was it? It was like a radio or something.
Yeah, it was a radio.
Yeah, and it looked good. I think it looked good.
Come on, pull up the radio. Let's see what.
It was unfinished as well. I think his was closer to being finished.
Yeah, I'd pretty much done.
How long did you have to draw it?
Like an hour, 45 minutes, something like that.
Yeah.
That's
I think
not
less
long,
than an hour,
man.
about 45 minutes.
Take
And
me
yeah.
that time just to get the handle on the radio.
No, but she like, so we went through, she gave us like a bunch of exercises. I think the whole thing was 2 hours long.
Yeah.
So for the first hour and 15, I'd say, she gave us a whole bunch of exercises to do to kind of warm up our eyes and our hands and everything of how to draw, how to shade, whatever. Yeah, he absolutely smashed it.
Yeah,
Look
that's
at all
it.
the shading, man. Like he absolutely. I was like, yo. But then, to be fair, we went with some of our other siblings and my mum. My mum smashed it as well, and my sister. I was like, yo.
Yes, I mean she's the artist of the family.
Yeah.
She'd been doing art from day one.
I was like, damn, professional. She was like, well, you know I draw. You know I like drawing. I'm like, yeah.
Didn't she go to uni for like?
She
art?
did like graphic design or something at uni, yeah, something like that. So yeah, she's the most like visually artistic inclined of the family. So she smashed it.
Then my other sister didn't show anyone what she did at the end of it. I saw what she did like halfway through because she came over to me, but she wasn't happy
wasn't
with
feeling
her
it.
work, so she hid it.
But her son, our nephew, Kaya, obviously he's been on around the podcast before. He wanted to give up so I was sat with him, and like 2 minutes in he wanted to give up. Like he was like, I'm done. I'm like, how can you be done? He's like, yeah, I've drawn it in it. I'm like, no, but I'm like, no, but the whole thing was you're meant to like shade it and do all the lighting and everything like that. He's like, I don't know how to do that, so I'm not gonna do it. But then the woman was like sat down with him and was like, maybe try to do this, and maybe try to do that. So she was quite a good teacher, to be fair.
Yeah,
And she managed to draw something out of him.
I think what he drew was good as well. Yours was good, his was good. I think everyone judges themselves way harsher than it needs to be. Because I used to be like that as well. I used to care so much if I draw something and I think it looks bad, I would just like throw it away instantly. But now, and especially on that day, I was like free with it. I was just like, I'm here for a lesson, whatever. I'll just put something down on the paper. If it's bad, it's bad. If it's not, I'll feel good about it. Yeah. So I mean, if you look at it, like the shading is extremely messy. Like I was just like, I'm just gonna scribble down some shading because I've never been good at shading it, but I can see it on the subjects because I was looking at a jumpsuit that was on a mannequin or whatever.
Okay.
And I was like, I can see all the shading that needs to be done. I just need to get it down on the paper. And usually I would try and perfect it, make it perfect. But this time I was like, let me just scribble it down and get the idea of the shading down on the paper rather than trying to make it look professional or whatever. And it came out good. I think it came out good. It's one of the best things I've probably drawn in terms of like a real life portrayal of something. But obviously, some of the other Donnies who were there, they did crazy. Like the one who did the Hoover, the vacuum, crazy detailed.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
These lot are probably there every week though or something.
They're like proper serious like people. Like I was just there because everyone else was going. Like that's the only reason I went. But yeah, these lot were like properly like trying to. They were there for art lesson because they like art. That's their thing, kind of thing. And I was just like there for vibes. But yeah, that's more or less been my 2 weeks, Cam. Anything else you want to add other than the V&A?
Nah, that was it. I was trying to remember what I'd done, but yeah, that was all the things.
Okay, cool. Right, so let's get into our first song then. This is Bez's selection. Well, we'll explain why afterwards. But yeah, Bez's selection for this week. He wants us to play Migraine Skank, so we're going to do that. And we'll catch you on the flip side.
Man, I said, show me how you get down. Man, I said, swear down. I wanna see the migraine skank. Tell me see the migraine skank. I wanna see the migraine skank. 2 hands on the head, that's the migraine skanking. Tell me see the migraine skanking. I wanna see the migraine skanking. Wanna see the migraine skank. 2 hands on the head, that's the migraine skanking. Hey yo, what's going on? For those who don't know, look, and they know me against Napper Man K. What's going on, people? Look, I'm gonna take you through this dance here. Look, easy, hard, watch, swear down. Stay with the IT, watch. Let me talk you through it. First step is take your right hand. Next step is take your left hand. And then put both hands on the earth. And then they show me the migraine skank. Blood, I wanna see the migraine.
Right then, so that was Gracious K, Migraine Skank. So the reason why Bez wanted to play that is I think we're actually seeing Gracious K tonight, right? Performing? as part of the. Basically, we're going to Rinse FM's I Love Funky event at Ministry of Sound in Elephant and Castle. That's why Elliot's here. He's rolling as well.
Got the drinks flowing.
Got the drinks flowing. We're drinking like first time we're drinking on the podcast in a good while now.
Long
Literally,
time,
like 2 years.
Something like that,
Literally.
crazy. So yeah, we've got the drinks flowing, we're vibing, we're chilling out, and we're getting warmed up for this I Love Funky event. Obviously, Gracious K, Migraine Skank is an absolute funky classic. And yeah, I think he's going to be performing that tonight, which I think is going to be crazy. Like Bez was saying, he wants to see mosh pits. I think that's the closest opportunity you're going to get to a mosh pit at the Funky House event.
I was like wondering like what I should wear, because I'm like, am I gonna have to wear black because I'm gonna be mosh pitting? Can I wear white because I'm not gonna get messed up? Like, but yeah, I'll mosh pit, as I was saying to you yesterday.
It's not going to be mosh. It's not going to be a mosh pit, but it will probably be mad. Like in terms
Jump
of
up.
yeah, probably be hype at some points, but I doubt it'll be mosh pit.
Make the circles. Show me. Make the circle. Show me.
That doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
I say swear down. Then you jump into the Migraine Skank and
Oh my
everyone's jumping
days.
in and mosh pitting.
That's hilarious. But yeah, I doubt that's gonna happen. But that's what we're doing. We're going out tonight. It's been a minute since we've gone out as the three of us on the podcast, plus Elliot here as well.
Last time was the hard podcast after, wasn't it? What was
yeah,
it?
it was after my birthday, the
Yeah.
Roughcast.
The rough cars, that's it.
Still hungover from that night.
So that's what you said to yesterday. Like, it'll take you 3 weeks to recover from this session tonight.
Yeah, because we're going out again in November, and I'm just looking at that like I need more time. I need more time. Like it's October now. November's too soon to be like trying to go out. But yeah, it should be a good night. Obviously, we'll let you lot know how it goes in 2 weeks' time. Who else are we seeing? I think Kyla's going to be there doing Do You Mind as well, which is sick. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Princess Nyah is going to be doing Frontline as well, which that's the only reason I'm going. I love that song.
What song's that?
You got me on the front line.
That was your choice for the-
open
for the song,
wide.
no?
Yes, we're going to play
We'll
that
play it later, yeah.
in the show, and you'll hear it. I can't believe you don't know these funky tunes, though. A man of your age.
I'm young. What are you talking
In
about?
your years.
Yeah.
I'm 24.
Like, a man of your age.
24. You should still know these songs, bro.
I mean,
At
18.
24. 18 is more acceptable.
Yeah, 18 you might get
I'm a
away
young
with.
buck. 18.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing today. But basically, this episode, I don't know why or how, but this episode has just been somehow we haven't managed to actually put together an episode. So we're really kind of freestyling this one.
The focus.
For this week's focus, Cam wanted to say something before we came on mic. I don't know what he wanted to say, but Cam, whatever you were going to say is this week's focus, my guy.
It can't be. It's literally such a small thing. I was going to make a one note about one character in a new anime.
Okay.
So obviously it's a blue lock.
So that one character is the focus. Let's talk about it.
Okay. So obviously I watched the first episode of this anime Blue Lock, which is a sports anime about football in Japan, which is I'm really excited
About soccer.
Yeah, sure. So I'd never heard of it. I remember you talking in a while ago about a new football anime coming this season.
Yeah.
But I didn't look up it or anything. I just happened to be on my anime list and saw it and read the synopsis or whatever, and I was like, this sounds crazy. Because do you know what it's about?
Yeah, I've seen the first episode.
Oh, okay, cool.
Are you watching now? I thought you were watching it the other day, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, so obviously it's them locked in a place, and it's a battle royale of like football.
A Squid Game.
Yeah,
About football.
About football. I was like, I'm here for this. And then, and like when he walked into the room initially, it just reminded me of. Do you remember the Hunter exam when Killua goes back and then just wipes everyone out in one round? It just reminded me of that. And I was like, this is so sick. This is gonna be a good anime. I'm here for it. As much as I usually don't like sports anime, I'm here for this because it's not.
You usually don't like sports anime that I like this as well.
No. The issue with like Kuroko is that it probably is just as hype, but it's also really structured around actual basketball. A situation like this would never happen in real life.
You don't know what's happening out there.
I don't know what's happening out there. But as far as I'm aware, something like this would never happen in real life. And so it's just weird enough that I can like it. And also, they haven't shown any people with like ridiculous abilities that have
I
names
mean,
and
in the
stuff.
first episode, man was doing a lot. The one that was sleeping.
Yeah.
He was doing, I don't know, he was moving kind of
Conked out
unnatural.
and just
definitely
what's
was.
the goalkeeper from
Yeah,
Galactic
from
Football?
Galactic Football.
Oh,
Yeah, just sleeping next to his up
Literally.
and bam, just kicking man in the face.
Yeah, he was doing a lot. But yeah, no, that show was looking hype. Like, so I wasn't gonna watch it because I was like, it's only subs. Like, I only like watching dub stuff at the moment. But I was like, do you know what? Let me give it a go and see what it looks like. And the first episode was looking good. So I was like, yeah, I'm involved. It's very hype, but coming from Arashi, which just ended,
Yeah.
which was another football show. It's just night and day, which is wild. Like Arashi was just very much like rooted in reality, kind of like football show, and like philosophy wise was the opposite. It was very much do your best for the team, like play your position, and play the position that the team needs you to play, kind of thing. Because spoilers, but the main character starts off as a forward and he gets made into a fullback for the team. And he hates it. He's like, I want to score goals. And they got him playing left back. But eventually by the end of it, he like learns what it is to be his position, and he manages to score a goal from left back, so he's happy and whatnot. And it's heartwarming.
Yeah.
But this is just very much like you need an ego. You need to don't pass the ball.
Hold the ball, score the goal.
Yeah, all of that stuff. So it's like it's proper night and day, and then like it's so not grounded in reality. Like you were saying, it's kind of like a bit weird. That I'm like, okay, I'm interested. I'm intrigued.
And also, so what I was going to say, my point was going to be that one of the characters, before I'd actually watched the show, actually this is how I heard about it. I happened to be on Twitter looking at something else, and then in like the whatever, like other tweets below it, there was someone posted a picture of one of the characters who has like blue hair.
Yeah.
Not blue hair, sorry, orange hair.
Oh,
And
looks
they
like
said-
Ichigo.
Yeah, they said that he looks like Ichigo and also Bakugo from My Hero
Yeah.
fused.
Yeah.
And then that's when I looked up the anime and was like, this sounds like something I should watch. But yeah, that was what I was going to say, which obviously is nothing.
I mean, we've been talking about it. So
Yeah, because I tried to make it into something by talking about the actual show. If
Okay.
I just made the point about the one character,
Right. Okay. So then instead, how about this for the focus then? Elliot's been looking for you for about 2 years.
oh no.
All right. So let me give a quick recap for
Why?
people who.
Why?
We didn't listen
literally
last
talked about it-
week.
Yeah, we literally talked about this last
Hey,
episode.
people might have missed last week's episode. You never know. Nah. This needs to be said. So
As far as I'm concerned, I've said everything I need to say.
last episode, you revealed more though. To be fair, like you were like fully like, yeah, I'll be the cuck.
No, I didn't. I said
If it's funny.
I said in the scenario of the Dungeons and Dragons, I think it could be funny for a cuck scenario to be played out.
Okay.
I'm just because the way I'm thinking
Hold on.
about it.
All right. So let me actually explain.
Go
No,
on.
but we do have to explain for people who may be listening for the first time or who may not have heard last episode or whatever. They may not have heard it before.
Yes.
I know it's like a common thing that we talk about here.
Yes.
But so one of our episodes, I can't remember which one, but it must have been about
I think it was 29 because
it was
it was 30 that T came on.
Yeah. Okay, so probably episode 29 then, probably about a year and a half ago, we had a conversation around a scenario where this guy and his girlfriend and his friend and a group of friends are playing Dungeons and Dragons, and this guy's girlfriend and his best friend are essentially role-playing a sex scene within the Dungeons and Dragons. And we were discussing whether we would be okay with that or not. Bez and I, as you probably might expect, said, hell no, we won't be okay with that. And Cam, and to be fair to him, he stood his ground
Yeah.
for a year and a half.
Yeah, props. Through all the stick you're getting, you're still standing your ground as well, which is props to you.
Yeah. He said he wouldn't mind as long as it was funny or whatever. And we've had this conversation a couple of times. We had T on episode 30. We asked him what he thought about this situation. He agreed with Bez and I. He thought Cam was wilding. We had Janine on last episode number 52. She was like, couldn't be me. She was saying she'll flip the table and all of this. And I hear that, to be fair. But Cam has stood by his guns this entire time. And the reason why is because it would be funny.
Yes, I think if it's being played as a joke, I could see it being funny. But more because I'm thinking of it as if I was viewing this game play out. Like, imagine I'm not involved in this game and I'm seeing these people do this and they're playing it funny. I could see that being funny. So, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, it could be funny. And as long as it's funny, I would be okay with it. And then the added thing of, if for the joke, I wouldn't mind being the cuck in the scenario. Because to me, that's just a funny concept. Like, no matter how you play it out, that's a funny concept.
Do you know the part that killed me? Is that you struggled to get the words out. You were like,
in this
what am
scenario,
I
I wouldn't mind and if in the scenario it could be in the.
Because it's weird to say, because I know obviously it's a thing that can be twisted to be, oh, you wouldn't mind being a cuck in real life. But no, 100% not. I would, someone has to die. In real life, someone has to die. But if it's jokes and it's Dungeons and Dragons and we're all having a good time, then it's funny.
Okay. And does that make sense to you, Elliot? You on board or not?
Not at all. I agree with Cam when he says looking from the outside and he saw a situation like that, it would be funny. I understand that.
But not for me.
Directly involved, you shouldn't be anywhere near a situation like that whatsoever.
That's my thing. I'm like, hey, if someone else wants to do it, by all means, I will be there cracking up. But not me, not my girl, and not my mate. No.
Yeah, can you imagine if your girl is like literally approached you and be like, oh, do you know what I think would be a good thing to do? Like, let's play this scenario, but obviously you're the conduct, so I'm
This is what gets me.
This is going through a downward spiral. Start in the game, then it's going to be in another game maybe. Then she's going to introduce it in real life.
Yeah.
It's going to go downhill from there. So that's why I was like, if you're going to accept it in the game,
It's a test, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
Honestly, for me, if it's funny in the game and then she decides to try and bring it into the real one and I'm like, no, this can't happen, then the relationship's done and I don't really care. But if it stays in the game and it just happens to be a funny thing in the game and doesn't go any further than that, then it was just a funny thing in the game and it was a funny thing that happened. It was a good experience.
Do you think it would be funny, like, as a one-off, or what if it was like every time you're playing the game?
It definitely, okay. I think the more times it's done, the less funny it gets.
If she's like so excited, like, yay, we get to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, Cam, is James coming over?
But my thing also is that Dungeons and Dragons is a very big game. Like, if you're actually invested in playing the game, a lot more happens around that part doesn't necessarily have to matter at all.
But that's why that part doesn't need to happen, though. Like, that's what I'm saying. So for me, like,
but that's why
the way you control the narrative in Dungeons and Dragons, like, as the players, you kind of control the narrative. Obviously, you have the dungeon master, but as the players, you kind of control how things go.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hang on a minute. So you two have decided that this is what you're going to do. Like, I don't care how funny you think this is. Like, no.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. No, I don't think there's a lot of people in this world that would agree with me. And I'm fine with that because in my head it makes sense. And I understand where you lot are coming from as well because it's fair enough that you wouldn't want that to happen. But I could just, in my head, I'm just picturing it being funny and cracking up. And that's it. That's all I can think.
Nah. I mean, stick to your guns, man. Stick to your guns.
One day we'll get someone who's going to be like, no, that would be funny. Like, yeah, I can't get behind that.
actually need to know if this actually happened to anyone. So if there's any listeners out there,
yeah, let us know, man. Let us know at 5 Letters Podcast on all the socials. Like, let us know if you've ever been cucked. Like,
Should we put a poll up and see what it is?
we could put a poll up. We
Poll
could
up.
fully put a poll up. Like, yeah, that's,
That's on them Oloni DMs.
yeah.
That's started to a whole new segment.
Yeah, it's literally like, yo, we'll be your shoulder to cry on. Because if you're anything like me, you're probably gonna need it. Like, but yeah, so like I said, we're kind of playing this kind of fast and loose this week. We're gonna get into another song in a minute, but before we do that, can we just say that the second shortest tenured chancellor in the history of this country is Kwasi Kwarteng, a black man. He got fired in Black History Month. Peak. The shortest chancellor in history died. So that's why he was the shortest.
Okay.
So basically, the shortest lit person to live throughout the role and get fired, Kwasi Kwarteng. Black History Month 2022, making Black history. We love to see it.
When was he put in power again? Like, cause when did the Queen die?
So that
It was like 2 weeks ago. Was it 3 weeks
It was
ago?
about 3 weeks ago, I think. She
No,
died.
it was a month ago.
Was it a month ago?
Was it a month
Because it
ago?
wasn't last episode that we talked about.
True. It was.
the
Yeah,
week-
it was.
one month-
Yeah,
one before
it was
that.
2 episodes ago.
Okay, so yeah, so a month, just over a month ago, he came into power, and he's out of here. He is out of here. I don't want to go too much into like the ins and outs and specifics of it, but yeah, this
He had
this
to be
government.
Ghanaian as well, didn't he? He had to be Ghanaian with a bait Ghanaian name as well. No, you can't be like just like James Steves or something. Just say like, yeah, you can get away with it. And, Kwasi Kwarteng, like full on Ghanaian, like blatant.
Was he born here or was he what?
I think he was born here in like I think like a posh area. Or
Yeah, I would assume he was born here. Yeah, because he's very much their gang. He's fully like them people there. I know Cam knows what I knows what I mean by that.
Yeah.
Did you see the best picture though was did you see him? It was like leaving number 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw
What, a
that.
bag of his things?
No, you know, like it's the African bag. It's like it's
Yeah,
it's like a
you know, like
netted,
them
like,
laundry bag. kind
Yeah,
of
yeah,
bags. Yeah. Them ones. Yeah.
I actually thought it was real for a second. Because my dad sent it to our group chat, so I thought it was real. And I saw it on Twitter. I was like, oh, it's nice. It's fake.
Nah. He would never. He would absolutely never. But yeah, that government is in trouble already. Like,
Everyone's saying Liz out as well. Everyone's like,
I don't think there's not really a way to get her out at the moment.
yeah.
They would have to change rules to get rid of her, because I think when you become leader of the party, Conservative Party, I think you're immune from basically a vote of no confidence
Oh, okay.
for a year.
Right.
And then in terms of in the parliament, conservative MPs are not going to vote. So there's two ways to get her out. Either parliament as a whole vote no confidence, which they can do, but conservative MPs are never going to agree to go for that because they're so far behind like Labour and like projections at the moment.
Okay.
And the other way is within the party, which will happen to Boris,
Yeah.
but they can't do that for 12 months. So
Okay.
because she's brand
So
new.
she's in there by a loophole sort of thing for now.
I guess. Yes. She's safe for another
year.
10 and
When's the next election again?
2024, I believe.
2024. So
Yeah.
she'll be until just before that then, pretty much. Anyway,
Possibly. You never know. Things
she could
can
turn it
change.
around.
Things can change. She can turn it around.
She's
like,
changed some laws, hasn't she? Now, sort
Yeah,
of things.
that's
My
she's done a
prime minister
U-turn.
right there.
Sure, Prime Minister. Yeah, there's lots that can happen between now and whenever. So she might be gone in the next week, or she might be there until 2030. Who knows?
Can she step down?
If she wants to.
Okay, so she can say I'm out. So yeah. Did you
she
see the video of her going to meet Charles the other day? And
And he was like, oh dear, oh dear.
yeah, back again, are we?
What?
I don't even know the contents of it.
Yeah.
But like she just comes through and she does like a little bow like Your Majesty. And he's like, back again, are we? Oh dear, like that. And I'm like, damn, Charles. I know he's a
Thinks
rude,
his time
rude
has come. Last time she went there.
Literally, last time she was there, Lizzie didn't make it out.
Yeah. Lizzie did make it out.
Liz did, not Lizzie.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that's kind of like a snapshot of what's going on I think we just kind of breezed through 3 different things as a focus there. So let's play Cam's selection then. Man went for the classic Donaeo, Party Hard.
Donaeo.
We're not doing the Thomas Partey.
Yeah,
version,
do that
right?
one.
No. He's a bit dodgy nowadays, no?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Yeah, Thomas Partey.
Number 5. that's what they call him on Twitter.
Just don't use his name.
That's what they say
anymore.
on Twitter. Number 5. They don't call him by his
Oh
name.
my days, yeah. Another Ghanaian. You man are down this year, bro. You man are down this year.
And the worst part is going to end by going out of the World Cup in group stages. So it's down bad.
Down bad, man. You don't need a rebrand or something. And actually, there was another Ghanaian doing a lot as well in Married at First Sight. That Kwame dude.
I've been seeing stuff on Twitter about it. I haven't watched it, but I've been seeing stuff on Twitter.
I ain't watched it either. I'm just talking about the reputation of you, man. Like, I haven't seen this show, but I've just seen everyone just tweeting like Kwame, like get at him. Like I'm like, damn. So, sheesh.
I could break it down for you because my other half was.
Yeah, let us know.
I'll
You don't have to go, Mike, but you can just.
Let me just say that there's one part that's really funny is where the couples take each other to their houses for like a week. And obviously, so first week I think she took him to she took him to hers. Obviously,
Yeah.
spend like a bit of time there.
Yeah.
And it was time for him, and he just outright refused.
I wasn't expecting that.
Sounded like a terrorist.
He said, "I don't have to show you all my life right now." And it was like literally like breaking this down like a park bench or something like that. So they didn't actually spend any time at his.
And they're meant to be married. Like
Exactly.
the idea is they're meant to be married.
Defo got a
my-
wife at home, hasn't he?
So yeah, that's just one part. But yeah, let's just say it doesn't end well for them.
Yeah, so yeah, it's looking like the women ain't doing that. And they're chilling. It's just these Ghanaian men. You lot down. You lot down bad.
We're getting a bad representation in the media at the moment, but
Yeah, man, you lot need a rebrand.
just want to put like 3 stars on the flag or something.
Yeah.
Change it up.
But yeah, let's get into this Donaeo Party Hard. Obviously, an absolute UK classic. Definitely looking forward to hearing this at least 7 times tonight. But yeah, let's get into it. We're back.
Lord of mercy, me I got party hard. You know me I got party hard. Me want party hard. Let's see I party hard. Me I got party hard. You know me I got party hard. Me want to party hard. Let's see me now party hard. On the way to the Raven, and the men them can't wait for Raven. I'm in the back of the line with juice and I'm back in blatant. I'm lean, just a bit tipsy, but I ain't complaining. Outside the club, the line looks thick and the girls are gazing. So this line is a long thing, I hope it don't take all night. Can't wait till I get
And we're back. Yes, so I don't know, you might be able to hear that, but we've got Donaeo Party Hard still running in the background as well. Like I say, we're going out tonight, so we're just getting prepped up, getting hyped up, getting ready in the vibes. Yeah, man, this tune's crazy, man. I love this tune so much. So shout out to Donaeo. Right, so we were just talking about this situation that happened at one of our friends' birthday parties, Hanged Out Anthony, where basically what happened is, so our friend, he went to the bar,
Yeah.
he ordered, I think it was like 8 shots or something.
I remember, yeah.
It was like something ridiculous.
Like
It was
everyone was in the group sort of thing.
it was you getting shots for everyone in the group, and there were there's a group of girls sat down
Yeah.
at the bar, and when the shots came for him, they just picked them up, and he was like, "Hang on a minute," and like they just looked at him and was like, "Can we have these?" And he was just like, "Go on then." And I was like, "No. I would have told him, take your dusty hand off my drinks. Like, what the hell? Like, the audacity of you to pick it up and then be like,
Then
"Oh,
ask, can I have these?"
Yeah. No. Like, literally, picking it up, distributing it to her girls. Yeah. Like, so I think they took 4 of them. So we had 4 in the end. So
That
they
is
took
such
half
a
of them.
par.
But I'm like, I was just like, you're better than me, man. Because there's no way that I would have been like, no.
Put them
down.
back.
Put it down. You didn't pay for this.
Literally.
I know you from a hole in the ground. Like, no.
That is mad. That's a shocker.
They thought they were nice though. Like that's
Doesn't matter.
I know, it definitely doesn't matter. But I feel like that's probably
The issue
where
is that
comes from.
it does.
True.
Because like most guys, maybe not. Who was it? Whoever bought them, maybe not him, but other guys would be like, "This is my opportunity to try and get in here."
Yeah.
Like, so they've probably done that before, and it's like it's worked all the time. So they're just like, "Let me run it again."
True.
But then like they probably don't have an opportunity to get in there. It's like they'll take the drinks. Then the guy might think like, "Yeah, let me slide in now." Oh yeah, I bought your drinks, and then it's like,
Nah. That's true. They're probably not. They're definitely not about that life. But yeah, no, our friend was not trying to move to them. He didn't say, like, as far as I saw, he didn't say another word to them for the entire night. Like, it was just, can we have these? They just took the drinks and drank them. Yeah. And that was that.
It was like he can't be over for the front confrontation.
I just think, he just didn't want the beef.
Yeah.
Like, because they, like I say, they already picked them up and because they were sat at the bar, and because of how the bar was laid out, the chairs were basically in front. So we were kind of reaching over them kind of thing anyway, or to the side of them. So the drinks kind of came out kind of in front of them to the side of them, and the girl just started like on the one hand, I could have, like, if they had spoken to the bartender while we were there, I might have been like, oh, maybe they were mistaken for it was theirs. But they had no interaction with the bartender at all. Like, the drinks just came and it was just like taking them. And then it was like, oh, can we just have these? And like, I think it was like,
terrible.
Yeah. And he definitely wasn't trying to buy drinks for them. He was trying to buy drinks for all of us.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that's rude. That is
so rude.
So outrageous. I'm like, how I could never.
That's what I mean. How could you be that entitled? Like, if drinks come in front of your face, you're gonna take them, like, because you know you haven't ordered them, and you know, like, it's not the bartender just giving you drinks for free. So you just like, let me just pick these up, and they're ours now.
Yeah.
And you ask the guy, can we have these after touching them?
After touching them.
That's an insult. You might as well just take them.
Drink it.
Just take them. You might as well this way.
Because like, once it's in your hand, it's so much more. It's so much harder for someone to say no.
Exactly.
Because it's going to be such a big thing for you to just put the drink down. It's such a big action on your part.
Yeah.
Like, you might as well, if you pick it up, you might as well just drink the goddamn thing and shut up. Don't say anything.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, so that's probably why. That's more to the point of why he just let him have it. Because if it was down on the table still and he asked, can we have these? It's just, no, you can't have these. These are ours. But because they're already in their hands and being like passed over to the next girl and the next girl, to then be like, no, give them back. I guess
to
for
get
him,
passed back down again.
Yeah, for him, it just feels a bit more wrong to do that. So he was like, yeah, well, you got it now. Like, but yeah, I'm like, you're too nice, mate. You're too nice.
Yeah, that scenario, it's beef. It's beef.
Yeah.
Or at least I'm saying to the bartender, like, yo, like, you didn't give them to me.
Yeah, you gave them to them.
Yeah, you didn't give them to me. I paid for 8. I've only got 4 in front of me right now. What they did, if you want to talk to them about it, talk to them. But I need 4 more.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's not. It can't just be, fine, have them, and I'm gonna take my 4.
Yeah. Oh man, but yeah, that was that night. That was a fun night. It was Shoreditch, right? Shoreditch.
Yeah. I can't remember the place it's called. The one
Lux.
opposite. Yeah, Lux.
Lux.
That's the one.
Yeah.
I was quite drunk that night. I was doing my lightweight phase.
I remember that night. I feel like I still don't drink. I don't drink much anymore. I've retired from that.
Yeah.
Like, so I've not had, like, the last night I had that was heavy was the XOYO one that us three went to.
Yeah.
Which
That was beyond heavy.
It just legitimately doesn't make any sense how that night got that heavy. Like, it was like, it had no reason to. Like, no disrespect, because it was a birthday of one of our friends, but like, it was just not like we were meant to go bounce. And then that was the birthday aspect of it. And then we were meant to leave and go kind of do our own thing.
Even that was like kind of off the cuff because obviously we're going for the birthday.
Yeah,
it was like,
so
we're there, we're here, might as well
make a night of it. But it wasn't like, let's go crazy, let's go hard and make. It was just like, let's just, like, we're going to be out, so let's stay out a couple more hours, see something else exciting and then go home. And yeah, it was just like shots, Jaeger bombs. More shots, more beer. What? Vodka, what? Whiskey, what? Yeah. Yeah, they just got crazy out of hand. So that was like my last wild night. and it was just very unintentional. I think.
Yeah. And so even because your birthday, that wasn't even a wild night. That
My birthday was so calm.
But
It
like
was
they
so
were just
calm.
dead the next day probably because they were tired more so. Than anything.
We put a lot of energy into that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, that one was a lot of jumping, a lot of like mosh pitting, a lot of like,
Yeah.
that sort of stuff too. And it was a late one as well. Like I swear when we left the club it was bright.
Yeah, we got back at like 8 a.m.
Yeah,
Sort of thing. Anthony's birthday, I was quite drunk that night. Like I don't know. Sometimes I just have like phases where I just drink like 2 drinks and I'm gone, like literally like done, and I shouldn't be drinking again for the night. I feel like that was one of them times when it just hit me.
Yeah, just hit. Sometimes it does just hit you out of nowhere, and it's like,
Yeah,
like, how did this happen?
literally.
How did we get here?
So I was.
You normally eat before you drink.
Yeah, I tried to eat like a substantial meal to line my stomach properly, but like
Sometimes it just doesn't.
sometimes
work.
it just doesn't hit. Like sometimes I might have like today I've only had 1 meal because like I went to get my hair cut around 2ish, and I kind of got up. I don't normally eat breakfast, so I'd normally eat around 2-3 o'clock for like lunch. So I went to get my hair cut. And I was meant to get food there, but then the person was closed, so I didn't get food there. Then I got back at like 4:30, so I cooked and I got back, ate about 5:20. I just had a big dinner sort of thing.
Yeah, you should be alright.
Should be fine.
Should be fine.
Should be fine. But if you see me like on the floor, you know why.
We'll be on the floor. I've only had 1 meal today as well.
Oh, okay.
And I was kind of rushing because all of you man were just sat here waiting for me. So I was like, yo, let me finish this up and get busy. And I think Cam said he ate at what, 2?
Yeah, I ate 2 and then had 3 slices of pizza when I came here.
So, boy.
Have you eaten properly?
I had 2 meals today, but my last meal was now like 3 p.m.
All right, so if you see us all slipping a miniature sound, you didn't see us slipping a miniature sound. Just mind your business.
Yeah, just mind your business.
Next episode when you say how was your last 2 weeks, open up with how you felt.
Yeah. We will.
I have no idea. I'm still drunk.
I'm still drunk. What happened yesterday? Couldn't tell you.
It's been a long 2 weeks.
Yeah, I don't even know if I have a job anymore.
Just been on autopilot for the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Literally him once.
Nah, don't say that. I have a lot to do tomorrow. Like, so first of all, I have to edit this podcast. So if you're listening to this podcast, I mean, I've successfully done that much.
That's one thing. That
So
means we'll be here for 2 weeks.
Yeah. So,
Well, Yells will be here for 2 weeks.
so we're good. We're good on that regard. I've got just a bunch of other stuff to do. Plus, I have radio in the evening as well. So yeah, I can't be too dead. And especially because radio finishes late. So if I'm dead and then I go to radio dead, and then I get back here late, and then I have to go to work tomorrow morning, on Monday morning, it'll just be a spiral of badness, and then my week will be ruined. So it just can't be too crazy tonight. Like I have to be responsible, unfortunately.
I know you went Carnival Monday and
That was horrible. Oh my days! Oh my
madman.
days! I hated it so much. All right, I was late. Hopefully, no one from work is listening, but I was like half hour late.
Traffic.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I was half an hour late. I can't remember if I mentioned this before, but I was half an hour late. Then when I got there, I couldn't work. I was just like, I needed to eat.
Yeah.
So I ordered takeaway. Then I just wasn't working while I was waiting for the delivery to come. And then my delivery came, so I sat in the kitchen in the cafeteria with my food. I brought my laptop with me as well, but I just sat in the cafeteria and I was just like eating my food, and I was like, I just can't do anything until I finish this. So I was half hour late, and then probably didn't actually start working. So I probably didn't start working until about 11ish. Actually doing stuff. But even then, I was just sluggish and slow, and I was just like, today's not the one. Like by the afternoon, I felt better, like more pep in my.
Yeah.
But the morning, I was just like, this is regretting all my decisions. Like, because we were drinking Ray, we were drinking Magnums.
What?
Like it was just too much. It was all too much. And then obviously getting stuck in with all the bodies and stuff. So it was a lot.
Yeah, I'm literally thinking about stuff that I did before lockdown that I could never do now. Like, I literally, in 2019, I went, so it was like a Wednesday after work. I finished work at 5 o'clock. I got on a coach, went to Leicester, went to a party, Then in the morning, got on a coach, came back to London, and went to work.
Oh my god.
And I'm thinking about it now. I'm like, yo, I was on something else.
Literally. How old was you then?
I was 21, so
Okay.
I was a young
You
lad.
got them young, them young legs, them young vibes to get through.
But I'm like, yeah, I could never do. I wouldn't even think about doing that now. That's
It wouldn't
long.
happen. You're just staying in Leicester or staying on that coach.
Brother.
What party's going on a Wednesday though?
It's
Oh, it's a
Leicester,
uni party.
uni
Yeah,
vibes,
yeah,
It's
yeah.
gonna be a uni party, yeah. But I'm like, nah, that's just that is just not happening. Like, you are not seeing me.
No way. Like,
And I was doing that often, like stuff like that, where I'll be in Leicester, and I'm like, okay, I got to get home. And like one time, I literally missed my coaching the night before on the Sunday, and I was like, I guess I'm waiting until tomorrow morning to get home, and then I just went straight to work. I'm like, I'm wild. I'm thinking about it now. I was wild.
Again, I hope no one from work is listening. But I would have just. There is occasions I'm calling in sick.
No, actually, one time I didn't call in sick, but I just didn't go. I just stayed for an extra day and then went home in the evening.
Jeez.
And then the next day I was like, oh yeah, I was sick.
I said, "Oh yeah, I'm sick." yeah.
this is the thing that I always think about back to uni days, and I always think the same thing. Like, because obviously I'd go out like every day pretty much and go to lectures at 9 a.m. lectures and stuff. And I'm like, how did I can't even get up for 9 a.m. now. Like, and I don't have to do anything, but then I'd go out, be back at like drinking, be back at like 4 a.m., go to uni the next day. It would be a struggle sometimes, but I would be there, I'd be present and stuff, and it would happen, and I'd spend a couple hours in uni and then go out again the next day. But now
I was consistent. I never went. Like, if I went out the night before, I was not going to.
Oh, couldn't you?
Like, I would always be like, yeah, I'm gonna go, and it just I'd wake up, the alarm would go off, I'd wake up, and I'd be like, absolutely not, sorry, no.
Yeah, it's something like, Elliot, with your stag, I'm like, are we going to be able to hack like 4 nights in a row?
You know what? I don't know what. When you're abroad, I think it's different.
That's true.
That's true.
I feel like you don't get hangovers abroad.
Yeah. Like you just want to get out. Well, I don't know about that. Hangovers.
No, but I feel like also it's that once that feeling of this is only happening once kind of thing. Like when it's
True.
your regular life, then it's like whatever.
Yeah.
But when you're like, nah, only in Portugal, like this one weekend,
yeah.
like let's just go crazy for it. You kind of firm it. But yeah,
I already told you guys. Like first night, I got heavy, but second night you got. Leave me alone, bro.
Man. Every night.
I know what Yells is like as well. 'Cause he set me up one.
Oh yeah, you need to tell that story. Go on, Yells. Elliot Yells, tell the story. This was your birthday, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember this.
I can barely remember the story. Like,
Well, what is it? It was Elliot's birthday. We're in Beaconsfield.
we're in Beaconsfield, yeah.
Elliot got did you buy the drink or someone else buy the drink? Elliot had a really strong drink.
So I bought it, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And I don't even know what happened.
It was Elliot was just drinking, and for some reason everyone was there when you were drinking it.
Yeah.
And then you decided to start singing the.
Yeah, and everyone.
We
started
like to
singing
drink
it.
with Elliot, 'cause
Elliot
Elliot-
is our mate.
That became the theme of it. So that was the thing. So I done it once, and then someone else would buy me a drink, and then Yells would just start.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, man.
Every drink I literally had, and sometimes I'd be double parked, and then he'll start the chant again. So I'm like,
That's rude.
It was his birthday. You only turned, I don't know, 26 once. How old it was. So yeah, I forgot. Like that night is a blur for me as well, because that was like back when I was drinking, not heavily, but I was drinking. So like part of it, you can blame the liquor in that one, Elliot. Part of it is I would have been quite drunk as well.
Yeah, that
at
was
the
a
time.
surprisingly heavy night as well. I feel like, yeah, because I remember I can remember the night, but I remember being quite waved on that night as well.
The only part that I remember. Yeah. And yeah, exactly. I'm not even gonna get into it, but that's the part that I remember. Like everything else is a bit blurry.
No, go on, you can say it. Go on, say it. Tell the people. Cam, do you know the story? You probably not.
I don't know if I've ever said it to
don't
him. But yeah, like my life was on the line, and all my mates. Bez was whining a girl. My other friend was telling me that he was going home. Like, Elliot was nowhere to be found, nowhere to be seen. Like, I had man looking to run me down. Like, basically, like, the full story. I don't know why he's laughing so hard. He finds it funny that my life was in threat. And
because it's just I'd let you tell the story, but because I know how that story's gonna go, that's why I find it funny. But I see it differently.
So yeah, we're in this club in Beaconsfield for Elliot's birthday, and me and Bez were just bubbling, you know, on the dance floor as we do, you know, two-stepping, boogieing, shaking the shoulders and all that. And we just like see behind us this guy and two girls, and they're like in some kind of confrontation. And like we're just doing our thing. We're not paying too much attention to them, but it just looks like it's escalating. And like he's like in their face, that kind of shouting, whatever. So I go to Bez, like I just tap him, like, yo, look at this, like, come on, like, no, this is getting out of hand. Let's go over there, see what's going on. So we go over there, and the girls are like, he's trying to talk to us. We don't want to talk to him, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, no, I know them. And they're like, we don't know you from anywhere. He's like, no, they're my friends. And
I work around the corner from them or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And they're like, nah, we don't know you. We've never seen you before. We don't want to talk to you. So I go to him. I'm like, clearly they don't want to talk to you. Like, whether you know them or not, clearly they don't want to talk to you right now. So if you work around the corner from them, speak to them at work on Monday, like whatever. Just right now, they're not really trying to talk to you. So that's happening, and like he's obviously super waved. So he starts hyping up, amping, like, yo, like, nah, you're like trying to make this something that it's not, rah. Like, nah, you're just trying to be like this hero tech or whatever. Like, yeah. And he's like offering me out. He's like, nah, let's go outside, like, blah. I turn around and I just see Bez like doing all of that hip movement, waist movement with
You
one of the
came
girls.
with him and then just left him like that. That's terrible.
I was protecting the girls.
Like, so he's doing all that, right? So then this guy, whoever this guy is, his mates come along now, from wherever they were, and they're all like, what's happening here? Because they're seeing that their friend is now hyping to me, and they're like, what's going on here? Like, trying to see what the beef is between their friend and me. And during that moment, it's me, Bez is over there whining, me, three guys, yeah, hyping in my face, like, yo, let's go outside, rah. Our other friend comes along, and he goes to me, he's like, yo, you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm not like too fussed about the situation, because it's drunk and mouthy or whatever, but it's like, yo, is you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm cool, man, whatever. Like, they're just waffling, whatever. He's like, all right, cool, well, we're about to leave. I was just like, all right, cool, see you later. so I'm like, yeah, man, I could have been getting my ass beat, man. Had no loyalty that night, no support, no backup, no nothing. Like,
no, it's okay. So obviously, yeah, I was whining the girl, but you know, like that Kevin Hart joke where he says the ostrich is chasing him,
yeah,
and he's looking at him and he's still running. That's me. I was whining the girl, but my head was looking this way. So I'm whining the girl, but my head's still looking at the situation. I'm there like, what's going on here? But then I'm like, I'm making sure you're cool. Like, it didn't look like it was. The guys came over and were saying to you, oh, he's drunk and stuff. Like, leave it. The guys were on your side, his friends.
They eventually will. They didn't come over like instantly on my side. When I explained to them what was going on, that's when they were like, oh, okay, like, never mind. He's clearly like super drunk, whatever. But at first, they came over, not on like an Aggie one, but they came over to support their friend. They're like, what's going on here, kind of thing. But then I was like, yeah, he was like doing this and that with them girls, and I just said like, you can't do that, blah, blah, blah. And they were like, all right, cool, yeah, he's clearly had too much, blah, blah, blah. Like, we'll sort him out. Kind of thing. But yeah. No, that was right.
I hotted him all the way up.
I'm gonna beat that. That's wrong. But yeah, no, he didn't. He didn't know that at the time.
I would know what his reaction would be like. The way he would say it as well, I could literally just picture it.
Yeah.
Just coming to you, like, yeah, yo, I'm out. Yeah.
I saw him come over and dap you up and leave, and that's why I was like, I saw you just came and said, I'm going. Like, I could see the situation is potentially going to escalate. So I'm watching. He's walked through the middle of it all and just like, yo, come out.
It's funny though, because like on a real, like I would never expect him to back my beef, like realistically. But like that situation is just hilarious. Like I'm like, okay, like for me, if I was gonna do it, I would have just left. I'd be like, it looks like he's in like some pasta at the moment. Like, do you know, I'll
He
text
didn't
him
come and say
tomorrow.
bye to me, by the way. He didn't come and say bye to me.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. So it's an interesting because I'm like, yeah, I'm not expecting you to like be scrapping for me because like we're not that close. Fair enough. But also like to come into the situation, like, and then just be like, yeah, good luck. I'm like, oh my days. But yeah, man, that's what stuck in my mind from that night. It's like,
Just want to clear my name. I actually had no idea this was going on.
oh yeah, nah, he was. Yeah, Elliot was elsewhere, like drinking. We like to drink with Elliot. Elliot's all right. So yeah, like it was a pretty big club actually. To be fair, yeah. So
Yeah.
like we were like in a.
It was like 2 separate rooms sort of thing.
And we were in the quiet room where like so it makes sense.
You know, I'd back you.
But what?
You know, I'd back you.
Oh yeah. No doubt.
I want to say to you, I only just recently heard from Yells that you, on the night that I went to hospital, you rode the train back and forth because you fell asleep. I didn't even know that happened.
Didn't you?
No
Yeah.
idea.
This was a messy night. So like, this was a very messy night. So as Cam said, he went hospital.
It was techie.
And then, you two went in an ambulance and I was going home with Yells' work people. And then obviously they go East London, so I'm going West. Got on the train to Ealing Broadway, fell asleep. Didn't realize I fell asleep. I got on the train, woke up and I'm like, and I hear, next stop is Holborn. And I'm like, what? What the hell? Did I get on the train the wrong way? And then I realized like, I've gone on the train all the way to Ealing, come all the way back to Holborn. I'm going back towards like.
Didn't you go further than that? I thought you went a lot further than that.
No, but I remember I got on at like it was like.
So where were we?
It was because it was London Bridge. It was a sports bar. So like we would have got
would
a
have gone
train
like
and
Bond
changed
Street
to
somewhere.
I got on like Bond Street, and then so it's Bond Street Central Line. Yeah, so I would have got on the train at Bond Street, and then gone to thing, and then I rode back further than I came. So it was like Holborn or something.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Now I thought when I told him, I probably thought it was like a Barking or like
No, it wasn't.
Far, at the end.
somewhere way.
Yeah,
down the
luckily
end,
it
so-
wasn't that far. I woke up, but it was like I was going back that way sort of thing. I was like, oh my god. Then again, got on the train on Holborn towards West Ealing Broadway again. Fell asleep again. Luckily, someone woke me up at Ealing Broadway because I think the same thing probably happened again.
Yeah, we've had some heavy nights, man. We've had some heavy nights.
Bro, that's too much.
That was that. I don't remember it. Luckily, like
I was with the hospital, so I can't really say much. But yeah.
That night took me out of drinking. You know the ones where it's like, I'm never drinking again. I never said that, but I was like, I'm not really doing this heavy drinking again.
Yeah, that was me too. I was like, after that, I didn't really drink. The few times we did go out after that, I was not drinking as much. I was like actively scared. I was legitimately scared.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I woke up at the hospital last time. I don't want that to happen again.
Yeah, the way that night went off the rails for like all three of us, I was just like,
I thought you were just drunk and then the whole like hotel thing happened and then you came back and you were fine.
Nah.
But there's more than that.
Yeah, no, I just fell asleep on the train and I didn't know where I was. Then obviously got back.
it was a good. To be fair, it was a good night. From what I remember of it, it was a really good. It was a good night.
From what I remember, the whole 20 minutes that I remember.
I remember about 20 minutes of the night as well. Like, I'll get in there and the guy saying, "Don't drink all that. It's not a good idea." Like, shut up.
Nah, we should have listened to my man. My man had our best interests at heart, man. So we pulled up to the club. We had like a bottle of Coke with Coke and Hennessy in it.
Henny.
And like we got to the club and he was like, we're not letting you in there with that, obviously. So we were like, let's just down it between the three of us. And the security guard was like, or the bouncer was like, don't do it. we were just like, hey, I could do what I want. You're not my supervisor. Like, did it. And then, all three of us by the end of the night was just finished. I was the only one that wasn't finished. Like, Well, I mean, I was probably as finished as Bez was, but I had the trauma of taking my brother off.
Yeah.
So that kind of kept
I mean,
me.
I did instantly back a drink like as soon as we got inside as well. So back
Which
to
I
back
didn't
on the
know,
outside, and
which
then
I-
went
The Ray as
inside,
well, innit?
back to drink, and then got the Ray after that.
I didn't know that he was drinking Ray as well. It was a friend of mine gave him the Ray, but he didn't know how much we had already drunk.
Yeah.
So he was like doing, you got to catch up. Not knowing that we were well.
We were past.
Because we were late. Everyone had been there from like early. So we were quite late. But so he was doing, you got to catch up thing. And we were ready for us. There was no catching up necessary.
Common denominator now of your drunk nights, and it's the Bez's bowls. I don't know how much alcohol you're pouring in these bowls, but
That's the trick. I don't know how much alcohol on these bottles either. Shall I pour the bottle for us to go soon, yeah? Don't worry, we'll have a good night.
how much we remember.
I said, if you're hearing the podcast, then it's not been too crazy because Yells managed to edit it.
Well, Yells managed to get out fine.
Yeah, Yells managed to be safe. If you don't see a tweet about it tomorrow, then yeah.
Yeah, then Bez is right out. But I'm not. I'm saying I'm not drinking that heavy. Like I've barely drunk half of my drink that I've had since we've been here, so I'm keeping it quiet. So I might just leave you lot in ministry and go home.
Oh man.
Cam, do you remember this one?
I do remember it, yeah.
Bum 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 bum.
The thing
bum,
about Funky
bum,
House is
bum,
that I remember
bum,
it from when I was a child in like year 6 at like a school party, listening to like Migraine, Skank, Head, Shoulders, Knees and Toes and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And then also I have memories of that when I'm older, hearing like deeper stuff like this, like Seasons. Obviously I'd heard it before, but I like really truly deeped it afterwards. So it's like, it's crazy.
In year 6, you don't listen to Migraine, Skank and stuff.
Yeah, because obviously you lot were 4 years ahead of me in school. So think about when you were listening to Funky House. I was in
Yeah.
primary school still.
No, but I mean like in school, like pod
Yeah,
discos
yeah.
and stuff. Like,
'Cause
It
obviously
was big. It was big enough for that.
yeah, that's what I mean. Because I like when I was in year 6, like there was like child songs playing like step back, Sally,
It's head,
walking down
shoulders, knees, and
the
toes. Like, come on.
Yeah, but
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
And
I
think
know,
the
yeah.
bigger thing is that my teacher was young as well.
oh, okay.
So my teacher's like T's age. She literally went to school with him. So she probably
that
heard
makes
the music
sense,
too and was like, this is fine for kids, and
Yeah.
played it to us.
Yeah, that makes sense then. Okay.
It's a bit like if a couple of years ago, like teachers were playing in school, gun leave, man, gun leave, gun leave.
Yeah,
Better not be, bro.
that would be mad. Like, you'd be like, what? But it probably were. Just doing, all of them doing a little shoulder dance to it.
Left, right, yeah. Bum 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 bum.
Yeah, I don't know this. I don't know this one.
You need to get to learn some of these instrumentals. Well, you're not going to, but there's gonna be instrumentals played like on these vibes. Like you can dance to this though.
Yeah.
It's very danceable. Like that's what I like about funky anyway. Is that like it's just very danceable. Like as a genre. Like even
Yeah.
if you don't know the song, like just the rhythm of it. It's just like you
You can
get
bounce
into
to
it. But this is what I was saying. Like back in the day when like Afro swing was big and everything, it's like it reminds me of funky a lot, but just less. Like, yeah, it was just like a bit more like stripped back kind of thing.
A bit slower.
a bit more simple.
Yeah.
And then but yeah, man, I miss like this sound, and this sound was big, man. Like I'll never forget it won't have been you two, but you know Donaeo Party Hard.
Yeah.
I remember saying that to people on my side of the year when that tune first dropped. I remember saying to people on my side of the year, like, "This is the tune." I was like, "This is the tune. Like, this is good. This is so sick, whatever." And then I remember like, the intro is so long, yeah, like all of this stuff. And then like, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 months later, it's like, "Yeah, have you heard this Donaeo Party Hard?" Like, it's so. Bitch, I told you about this 6 months ago. Like, oh my god, because he changed the intro. I remember the intro, like when I first heard it, was just empty. It was just the instrumental, and then it dropped. But then he added in the roof, like all of that stuff. And then I guess just so people can sing along. to
When
the
did that
intro.
come out then?
2009.
Okay.
I think 2008 or 2009, something like that.
I remember I saw Donaeo live when I was younger. Like, I went to a basketball thing in the O2 Academy, O2 Arena, sorry.
Yeah.
And he was performing after. It was like a trick basketball thing where they were doing like skills and stuff. And then, like, when they announced it, this song wasn't out, and I was like, because they said Donaeo, and I thought that it was Neo performing. I was like, the whole night, me and my sister were like, Neo, yeah.
Oh,
And
my
then
days.
come on, he's singing the girl in the blue dress, and we're like,
We're
we're like, who's this guy? He's not Neo. And then now he's got like these big tunes and stuff, and it's like, oh, okay, Donaeo, this is who he is. But at the time, I was probably like, I don't know, I've never heard of him before. I was so like, yeah.
This tune is big as well, man. There's devil in the blue dress. You're like out here singing.
All right, so how long have you? What were you lot saying? Then? Funky House making a comeback anytime soon, or never?
Not never. Never say never, but not right now. It's just not. Yeah, I feel like we've had too much. Because Funky House is so like kind of Afro inspired and Caribbean inspired, or whatever. I feel like right now we've had a lot of like. Well, if people want to hear African music, they'll just go Afro beats or I'm a piano or like that kind of vibe. So rather than African inspired stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like we won't have that moment. I'm still saying garage is next up. Again.
Garage is definitely next up, I say.
I'm still saying that, like, I feel like it's been next up for ages. I've been saying that for ages.
I feel like it's here now. It's not like
It's
everyone's
not like-
making it at the moment.
So,
but
like, that Baddest of Them All track, Eliza Rose or whatever. Do you know it, Cam?
Not by name. Maybe I've heard it. I don't know.
Elliot knows it. Yeah. Like that tune, that's a garage tune, and that's
yeah,
like one of the
that's
biggest
one you
songs.
played for me, wasn't it? Before, yeah, or it was
It's
on
like-
the radio or something.
Yeah. It's one of the biggest songs out right now, and I'm like, yeah, we need that, but a couple more.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, so it's like just trying to break through that last like
Yeah.
kind of gap, and then we'll be here.
They missed summer though, didn't they? Well, I guess they had a couple of songs coming in summer, but then they missed summer. So
But then it could be next summer.
That's what I mean. Next summer
could
probably will be
peak.
when
Could
it's
be
like,
peak.
yeah.
Next summer could be.
then you have
crazy.
like Drake doing Sticky, and then you got Beyonce's one. You got all them garage tracks. Yeah, I'm sure by next summer everyone's going to be on them.
Yeah, I'm here for some garage to come back.
Yeah, man, it'll be good. That's what I'm hoping for. So that's what I think is next up. I don't think. I think Funky, give it another 10 years maybe, and then we might get
Back in Ministry of Sound for the Funky Night.
yeah, and it'll be new stuff. Because like we're gonna like tonight, we're mostly gonna hear music that's like 10 years old plus.
Yeah, that's what you're saying to me. I'll know the stuff, and I'm like,
You should do. You should know like a good portion of the stuff that's played.
you're gonna be testing me
Like,
here.
boy, do you know what I want to hear? I want to hear. I don't know if either of you two will remember this, or any of you will remember this, but Maxwell D, Blackberry Hype.
Yeah.
It rings a bell.
I want to hear. I don't think anyone's gonna play it because no one's got Blackberries anymore, and it just won't make sense.
Yeah.
But just for the nostalgia of it, I want to hear that tune.
So the
rings
kids
a
in the
bell.
dance, they won't even know about Blackberries.
Like, man was slewing iPhones and Androids. Like, on that tune, he was slewing them. He was like, if you got that, don't come around here. Like, 10 prize. And now everyone, that's all we got.
Everyone's got either an Android. BlackBerry's Android now, technically.
True, yeah.
They sold out.
That's,
Nah,
that's
still,
actually-
but BlackBerry's
Wait,
still
do they
the
make
OG though.
phones still?
I don't know if they
Or
still
just have
do,
the
but like
Android
in the last,
operating system. Wasn't there another tune that had this beat?
I'm a Facebook crew. I'm a YouTube crew.
I say Facebook crew, you know.
MySpace.
Bebo.
I'm a Bebo crew. Yeah.
Bebo,
I'm a Twitter them crew.
Twitter was about?
Man passing through, yeah. Air1 Air, you get an Air1. Yeah. You got an iPhone Air, you get an iPhone. Check me. Nokia Player, you get a Nokia. Jeez. You got an i1 Air, G1, you get a. Let me tell them. You got an iPhone Air, Nokia Player, you get an iPhone Air. Sorry. You got a G1 Air, you get a G1 Air. Sorry. You got an iPhone Air, you get an iPhone Air. Sorry. You got a G1. Hey, you know what? One take. Check it. I'm on a Blackberry hype. Some of your pen, I'm on a Blackberry hype. Email text me Blackberry hype. Cause girls get linked on a Blackberry hype. Yeah, I'm on a Blackberry hype. Big black about not a curve inside. Some of your pen, I'm on a Blackberry hype. No things get done on a Blackberry hype. What?
I said big, black and bold, not a curve in sight, you know. Jesus!
That's what I call motherfucking bars.
Nah, like, I want to hear that just for that, literally, like, my Bebo crew.
Yeah.
My MySpace crew.
But then if there's a young crowd in there,
yeah, well,
they're gonna
that's
be
what I'm
like-
saying, it won't make sense.
what?
Like, you can play party.
Yeah.
That's the thing, yeah. You can play party hard to any audience because
Yeah,
it's just about
it's just a hype,
partying
so
or
yeah.
whatever. But yeah, that's kind of like, it's a very dated song.
Yeah.
But I don't care, it's hype.
It's hype for us.
Very hype.
BlackBerry was the one though.
At that time period,
Even like to this day, BlackBerry shouldn't have fallen off like it did. BlackBerry was sick.
it had no excuse to fall off the way that they did.
That's what I mean. Like it was a sick phone. It was
Do you know what? I don't think they didn't patent BBM the way that they should have done.
yeah.
Like I think what they needed to do, maybe what they should have done, is they should have let other phones get BlackBerry Messenger on their app store.
They did eventually,
They took
but it was
long.
too late. Yeah.
So I think what happened was like because people started getting more iPhones and more Samsungs. And
Yeah.
stuff, and when it started to go like that, I feel like they needed to just say, "All right, cool. Do you know what? We're gonna," because they would have been WhatsApp.
Yeah.
They just would have
They
been.
could have been what literally. They could have been
They
WhatsApp.
could have
Yeah.
been WhatsApp. Plus the fact that they would have still been making phones.
Yeah.
Like if you're still relevant in that way that you're the messaging service that everyone's using, people is still gonna buy your phones.
Yeah.
Because it just makes sense to use the native one.
I think their phones became bad though.
I think they became business phones. Like they were business phones originally, and then they became like mainstream.
And then they became
BBM
super-
died, and WhatsApp blew up, and then no one needed a BBM now. And then they became business phones again, and then eventually just died out.
Because I feel like the reason why people were buying BlackBerries in the first place was because they looked different to everything else.
Yeah.
And they looked nice.
Yeah.
But then they started to make their touchscreen ones and it was
Yeah,
just...
that's what I was gonna say.
That's
Cool.
the thing, yeah. They were gangster because they had the
full
obviously
keyboard.
the early iPhones. We had early iPhones at the same time, which were fully touchscreen and stuff, other than the one button. Forget about that when the iPhone had
the
that
one-
big,
yeah.
the big button, the big circular
The big
button.
circle button.
I miss a button though. I remember my Samsung had the
And
button.
then the
as well.
Samsung had the
Yeah.
button. That Samsung had the button, and then the two like touchpads.
Yeah.
so it
Yeah,
had the
yeah.
whole touchscreen and it had the two touchpads.
Now
back in the
everything's just
days.
full screen.
And now
no-
everything's full bezel
touch.
things. But yeah,
Literally no bezel, nothing.
but then you compare it to BlackBerry, which had like just all keys
full
everywhere.
QWERTY keyboard.
I loved that at the time. And
Even
then,
the bold I had where it was like partial touchscreen, but then like so the bottom half, so like, you could touch the menu stuff with the
Yeah.
touchscreen, but then it had the full keyboard, was sick. But then when they went full touchscreen, no keyboard, it's just
Like, they
like
even tried to go like a sliding phone that had the full keyboard underneath.
yeah,
it,
yeah,
like
yeah.
yeah. I
But
remember
like-
my friend had that. He liked it, but he hated it at the same time.
yeah,
Yeah, because it's like it's so long.
yeah, it's pointless.
Because if you have the full touchscreen, you might as well have the keyboard on the screen.
Exactly.
Because then, like when you flip it up, it's just a big ass phone.
All right. So who remembers all the skanks then?
Festa.
I don't.
The one that's not funky.
I was joking.
I can't remember how to do the head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Oh my god.
For them people that don't know though, I'm gonna let them know. And I'm gonna let them know like this.
Remember the swine flu skank?
Catch it, bill it, kill it.
Catch it,
Yeah.
bin it, kill it. Catch it, bin it, kill it. Catch it, bin it, kill it. Through the dance, pigs it with it. Yo, catch it, bin it, kill it.
All right, this was foolishness. I can't lie. I hated this at the time. I was like, this is just nonsense. You're not taking the piss.
That's the point, right? Like they were like, it's all about the dances and
Yeah.
the head, shoulders, knees, and toes and stuff. It's
Yeah.
like Migraine, Skank, you know. When you really deep the names of these things, you're like, this is silliness.
But migraine skank makes sense. It's like you're dancing like you got a headache.
You're holding
like,
your head.
yeah,
My
head is
head hurts.
migraine skank.
What's the tribal skank? Is
So which one? There's two of them.
there two tribal skanks?
So there's a tribal man skank and there's a tribal skank.
I don't know, tribal man, tribal skank is the one I'm thinking of.
I think
I like calling it a
I think
tribal
you're talking
man.
about the tribal man too.
Yeah.
Because he goes, I be the tribal man, busting the tribal skank.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of then.
But yeah, so but that's why it's the tribal man skank, because there was already a tribal skank.
And he
So he
became
had to,
tribal.
so
Yeah.
he had to go, all right, I'll do the tribal man skank. So this one.
It's the funkin' season. I be the travel man.
Yeah, this is the one, yeah.
I be the travel man.
I used to love this one back in the day. I think I might still know it.
Yes, man.
I don't think I know the dance for this one.
Yes. Yes. From the tribal. From the tribal. It's the
be the tribal man. I sing the tribal, nah, tribal man.
Yeah, vibes. All right, and then the tribal. I'm gonna play it over here because it sounds better. But the tribal skank sounds like this. I'll show you that in a second.
Tribal. So what other skanks? There's Migraine, tribal skank, tribal man skank. Got the
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. The
swine
classic.
flu.
Swine flu,
skank.
catch it, bin it, kill it. I don't know if there were anymore.
I feel like there must have been loads. I feel like every song was a skank at some point in time.
I just don't remember them. Then I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I need that. Festa skank. That's what I'm gonna be doing all night.
What is that? I don't even know what
It's
that is.
not even funky. It's Lethal Bizzle's new one.
Oh,
It's not new.
Or
It's
like a couple
it's like
years.
20 it's like 2013 that came out. That came out ages
Yeah,
ago.
it's a while ago actually. I'm old.
I didn't know about the Rory workout, man.
Yeah, it's after Rory workout.
yeah.
Literally the next one he made.
Do I remember this?
Skank.
Because it's like, you know I'm a skank because you find me skanking. The way of dancing tribals. It's like something like that. But there's like movement and it's like, bang.
So you're a TikToker now. You should be doing all this on your TikTok.
I could do. But like I
bring it
would
back.
need to like proper like relearn these because
Yeah.
like this one is like they're doing all of this like the rock and everything like it's a lot. This one I like this
Yeah,
one.
you lot can't see what yours is doing, but come and see on his TikTok. You're
Yeah. You know I'm a skanker.
is it we're gonna hear this tonight then? This is another one.
This one is probably the most likely of the skank, other than Migraine skank because that's being performed.
Head,
This-
shoulders, knees, and toes surely will.
I don't know, man.
You don't think we'll hear?
I would just say like a lot of serious DJs didn't like that one.
Oh.
Just like because it just was very unserious.
Yeah.
Like this tune was a bit more serious.
Mm.
Like in terms of just like the way it was.
Yeah.
Like head, shoulders, knees. I think what happened was skank. You know I'm a skankers. No, but what happened was it was basically like the uni scene.
Yeah.
Where like head, shoulders, knees and toes, tribal man skank, swine flu skank. Like,
Yeah.
all of those tunes got big off the uni scene.
Okay.
But then, like the actual serious, like funky house DJ or UK funky DJs and stuff, they were a bit like, this is like a joke kind
Yeah.
of thing. So they might play it because obviously they're big tunes from the scene
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of thing.
But,
But
one they would be apprehensive to play sort of thing.
Yeah. It's like I don't know, like who was that guy that made the? Can't remember. There was like this. So obviously, me as a grand DJ, you showed me a tune by some YouTuber or something that made a grime tune. I can't remember who it was. Like some white kid. It's like a couple years ago.
A couple years ago. Some YouTuber made a grime tune.
I can't remember. Like the specifics doesn't necessarily matter. But like me as a grime DJ, if any white YouTuber,
Yeah.
the fact that he's a white guy doesn't matter. If any dead out YouTuber just makes a grime tune that pops off,
Yeah.
I'm probably not gonna play that regardless. 'Cause
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
serious about this thing. Like,
Yeah.
in fact, a lot of them YouTubers were doing like war dubs and stuff, innit?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna draw flat like because everyone knows this because
Yeah.
it's Zerka or whoever.
Yeah.
You know Zaka?
What did I used to watch? I watched some of his videos or something. I can't remember what.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Can't remember what it was, but yeah. So I think it's that kind of
So a
vibe.
similar thing, like you want you want a serious grime artist who are making serious grime
Yeah,
music, not
yeah,
people who are
yeah.
doing stuff for views.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
So, but that being said, like I say, those are the big tunes in the scene, and those are the tunes that people know. So
Yeah.
it could definitely be played. I do hope that they play this. I don't think anyone's gonna know the dance.
You'll be surprised.
People just hold on to things.
Yeah,
innit?
you'll be
Shoot.
very surprised. Like
Yeah,
you'll see a lot of
they just hear it and they're like,
everyone
I
knows
remember
Candy
this.
still, and that's how that's.
No, but
But
that gets
you do
played
that all the
every
time.
function.
You do that actually all the time.
yeah, these lot might go to like funky raves all the time though.
You're not wrong. That's possible. But yeah, I think it's about time. Let's get into what we're watching, and then we can actually start going hard on this liquor and this
Oi.
pre-drinking.
You're getting on it.
Nah, you lot. I'm talking for you lot.
We.
I ain't talking about you. I'm talking me. I'm talking about you lot. The watch list.
I'll go first. So obviously I've watched a few of the new anime this season. This season is an absolute crazy one.
Stacked.
It's got bear shows. So I watched the first episode of Blue Lock, which I'm really excited to see where it goes. Because obviously the main character should be the last guy, but
never
anything
know.
can happen.
But then the guy likes it. Like, well, the guy who introduced everyone, he was there. He liked him, didn't he? Because
he was the first guy to run forward.
Yeah.
I'm here for this.
yeah, he's like, he's got ego. That's what I like.
And then I also watched the first episode of the new Bleach arc, which I've been waiting for. I've been sitting in my room patiently waiting for it for 10 plus years. Or maybe not 10 years, not 10 plus years, but like 10 years.
A long ass time.
Yeah. And I literally had the manga sitting in, because I have volumes of the manga sitting in my room
Oh, okay.
since probably whenever the Bleach first finished. Actually,
Yeah.
maybe a few years after that. Because I was like, I want to read it. I want to find out what happens next. But I literally read the first volume and I haven't touched it since. But then after watching the first episode, I went again and read the first volume. And I literally have the second volume in my bag right now.
Yeah.
So I only have 5 volumes, so it's not that much. But I'll probably read that and then watch the show.
Yeah. What did you think of the show, the episode?
The episode, I'm so gassed. It could just be nostalgia, but like, I'm here for it.
It looked very good though. Do you think it
Yeah.
looked like a movie? Like, I feel like it could have been a movie.
I feel like a lot of anime look like that now.
True.
But I feel like because it's in comparison to what it used to be, because obviously
Yeah.
it's been 10 years.
Yeah.
It just looks so sick now. And it does feel kind of weird because it just looks so clean and fresh. But I'm so hyped.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if I was going to be hyped. And then I started watching it. And then when him, Uryu, Chad, and Orihime come through,
Yeah.
I was like, this is so sick. I'm so gassed right now.
I can't lie. I was like, why is Ichigo use his Bankai straight away?
I
Like,
know.
but it's for the hype, innit?
Yeah.
Kai! He's like, yeah, it's sick. It's sick. It's gas.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was exactly the same as the manga because I remember reading the first volume, but I was like, this doesn't look familiar. But then I went back and read it again. I was like, yeah, this is exactly.
Oh, was that okay?
exactly what happens.
I thought they might have like, because it felt like they kind of hyped it up because it was just come back sort of thing. But it actually happened like that just in the manga. Oh,
That's
okay.
exactly what happens. But I think there was probably a break in the manga as well initially at the time. So it could be the same concept
Okay,
of he was just
yeah.
trying to bring back the hype for his manga. And then what else did I watch? I watched this show called Dollface on Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
It's got Max from Two Broke Girls in it as the main character.
Yeah.
It's about like she makes
seen that one,
friends
I think.
with her female friends. It's a lot of feminism and stuff. It's definitely not aimed at me, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. And I feel like there's something else new that I watched. I can't think. I'm gonna watch at some point. I'm gonna watch My Hero and Spy Family.
Yeah.
Get back into those ones.
Of course.
But I think I'm gonna leave My Hero. Maybe I'll leave it for the whole season just to watch it, binge it. But Spy Family, I'm excited to get back into that. I started to watch the first episode and then I stopped because I was watching it pirated, but I wanted to watch it on Crunchyroll.
Okay. Did you watch it in subs the first time or dubs?
I watched it in sub the first
Oh,
time.
okay.
Yeah.
You can watch it now, yeah.
Yeah. And I've once again I've started watching Grey's Anatomy.
Oh my
bringing
god.
that one back. It's always gonna pop back up. And yeah, that's it. I mean, I've been watching Rick and Morty weekly and Star Wars Lower Decks weekly. And yeah, that's me.
So for me, I've finished Archer season 13, I think it is. Good stuff. I know you both have watched Archer at one point or another, right? You lot should catch up.
There's only 8 episodes, isn't there?
Yeah, short one.
I'm going to start watching it at some point.
Finished Awashi, like I said earlier. That was good vibes. Warmed the heart and all of that. Watched the first episode of Blue Lock. That was cool. I tried to watch One Punch Man season 2. I'm trying to watch that, but I fell asleep watching it the other day. Bez came in and saw me conked out on the sofa. Embarrassing, man. No, I'm joking. But yeah, that's on my radar to watch. other than that, I'm still watching Bleach. Been watching The Mole as well. I feel like I have a pretty good idea who the mole is at this point. There's only 2 more episodes to go from where I am now.
I think same person as you. Now. I thought it was Greg.
If
Now it obviously isn't Greg. So I'm
No.
like, it's gotta be Casey.
Greg's gone. So yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna start that, but then I started to watch it and I was like, I just really don't like reality TV like that. I was like, I can't.
It's really good.
It's
though.
good.
It is very good.
It
I'm
is
sure
good.
it is, but once they were the people were talking to the camera, I was like, I hate all of you. I don't want to watch this.
That's what's good about it though. Like, so for me, I'm kind of similar to you in that I don't enjoy the reality TV concepts. But like these ones where it's less about
Relationships.
the relationships and less about it's not necessarily even about people's personalities and stuff. It's about the game.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're talking to the camera, but they're talking to the camera about the game and like the game, playing the game that they're playing. And that's what I like about this show. Like if they're talking about like, they do talk about each other sometimes and whatnot, but it's less about, being friends with people or being whatever.
Yeah.
It's about, I think I know what he's playing in this game. I think I know his strategy for this game kind of vibes. Like, and that's what I like about this.
There's no reality TV elements in it. Like obviously it's a reality show, but I feel like with like where you get like Big Brother or like The Challenge, where they're game shows which they're trying to win money.
Yeah.
They always end up having relationship drama, or they end up getting together. They always end up having them sort of issues. This one is literally just game elimination. There's no actual reality sections of it where it's about their life.
Yeah, to be fair, it's not, I would say it's a reality show, but it's not a reality show. It's just a game show with people.
The way it's filmed is not in a reality sense where we're seeing what they're doing after the game.
Okay.
It's literally just they're driving to the game. They've played the game. They're now on the elimination. They've done the elimination. They're now on the next game sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Give it another go, I would say.
Yeah. I mean, I like the concept, so I should, but I will. Yeah. I'll go back
It
in.
is very good.
It is very good.
It's very intense.
And then other than that, I'm still watching Bleach, still trying to drag myself through that experience. But we're getting
You're
there,
so close to getting to the point where you're gonna just breeze through it. You're so close. You're on the cusp. You're on the cusp of greatness. On the cusp of
This
greatness.
close.
I remember what I forgot to say as well. I actually rewatched the last bit of the Aizen like fight, and then also the last arc of Bleach as well, in preparation for the new arc to come out.
All right, fair enough. But yeah, that's me. Bez, wrap us up, man.
Yeah. Obviously, I finished Bleach now, and then started the new Bleach. So I haven't finished Bleach, but I haven't. I watched The Mole as well, which is a very good show, a very good watch. I watched something called You Don't Know Her, which is also, I think You Don't Know Her. It's on Netflix. Good show. It's like 4 episodes, basically about this guy who meets this girl and he really likes her, starts moving to her, all this sort of stuff, and then like a lot of drama happens because of this girl, and he's in court telling his story.
Damn, court.
It's a good show though. Good watch. I watched Nope. I was watching it last time, was recording with my sister, but we didn't finish it, and then finished it off after. It was, I don't know,
It's the worst of the 3.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
That feels harsh to say it's the worst of the 3, but it's the worst of the 3.
Yeah, definitely. I watched something called The Holiday, and it's quite good. They go on holiday, and there's a lot of drama happens on holiday. Good show. I've watched all the new animes. I watched Chainsaw Man.
I watched that too. I forgot to say,
Yeah. Watched Bleach.
Damn, couldn't have been that good.
I don't think it was great.
I was saying I'd forgotten something.
I don't think it was great. It was decent.
I mean, it's only a first episode.
That's what I mean. First episode,
20 minutes or whatever.
Yeah. Like it was decent, but it wasn't great. But I've watched.
I think it was a good start.
It was a good start, yeah. But I don't think it was like I think Bleach was better than it, and Blue Lock was better than it.
Yeah, I'd say that. Yeah, definitely.
So I've watched, and then My Hero Academia was pretty good as well. I watched first episode of that. And then I think I watched something called Fakes, which wasn't very good. I can't even tell you what even happens in that. And I've been playing FIFA 23.
Gross.
Started playing Horizon, the Zero Dawn?
No, Forbidden West.
Yeah, started playing that, and then ended up getting FIFA and started playing that. And it's still just FIFA. It's still just FIFA.
I told you not to spend your money on that.
They haven't removed the issue where someone sprints back to the goal.
No?
It's so annoying. And And it's just every single time. Like I've been playing Ultimate Team. I haven't started online yet, but I probably won't play online. I just play squad building, and it's literally, as you said, it's a full-time job because I play it after work.
Yeah.
And then I play like a couple games a day. And then at the moment, so if you start at the start of the week, because obviously they have like weekly segments sort of thing. So I've been playing like, if you start of the week, I'm in like, I'd get to like Elite 2, let's say, in the grouping stages.
Yeah.
And then let's say I don't play for 2 days, come back, I'm Bronze 2.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're just like, what the hell? You have to literally play it consistently every single day.
Constantly.
Otherwise, you just don't get anything worth it. And
What I would, like, when I was playing Ultimate Team in the last one, is I just wouldn't play it until a couple of days before the end. And I would just try my hardest to try and get as far as I can.
Yep.
And then, yeah.
I think this is what everyone does. So if you start playing on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you can get, within about 4 games, you can get to Elite 1.
Yeah.
And then
You just go crashing down.
Yeah. So when I log in tomorrow morning, I'm probably going to be on like Gold 2 or something because I'm quite high in Elite 1. But yeah, because I haven't played the whole day pretty much, I'm going to be in Gold 3 or something.
That's a terrible system.
It's so annoying.
Literally, most games you'll have your season of. Is it like weekly? Or
Yeah,
what?
weekly, yeah.
Weekly.
I guess that makes more sense. But like obviously, other games will have like longer
Seasons.
seasons. Where like Overwatch has a 2-month season, and you never decay unless you're above a certain rank. And then if you're at above that rank, then you'll decay after like 7 days or something, back down to the lowest, like the threshold of where you can decay.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So like I think it's Diamond. If you're above Diamond, then there's like 3 ranks above Diamond. Then you'll decay back down to the threshold of Diamond.
Yeah.
Alright,
But everything before that, you can play as much as you want, leave it for a
As
whole
long as you want,
season,
yeah.
and you won't change at all.
Yeah. I mean, I think
That makes so much more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then I think because do you get prizes and stuff with your stage?
You get prize like in game
at the end of the
stuff.
season.
Yeah, in game.
Yeah,
that's what I
yeah.
mean. So like in
Yeah.
FIFA, when after the week you get like packs and
Packs and
some
stuff,
coins
yeah.
and stuff.
Have you played Overwatch 2 yet?
I have.
Like
I've
it?
literally been playing it every day, except for when it wasn't working. But yeah,
Oh, shame it wasn't working.
yeah, the launch was terrible. Literally, the first day, I couldn't get into it. Pretty much no one could. All the streamers were in playing, having a good time, but everyone else was like, we're in queues. It would literally be like a 10,000 people queue. You get to the end of
That's
it.
disgusting.
Get to the end of it.
What do you mean
Wait,
you get to the end of
stop,
it?
stop.
Who's sitting there for 10,000 people?
No, because it's not. First of all, it's not that long. It goes
Yeah.
quickly. It takes like maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes to get through the queue. But then it gets to the end of it. It says server can't connect. Puts you to the back of the line. And so you're like, oh well, this was
Furious.
fun. And then you just leave the game open, do something else. Just check it out every now and then. You just see the numbers just there, just big numbers still. So I gave up the first day. Then I think I got in once. Then I got kicked out like instantly. Then I tried again the second day. It wasn't working. And then they fixed it kind of. So I was playing. I went into a ranked game. I played like a few normal games. Then I went into a ranked game, and we played one round. And then the second round, I got kicked out. I don't know if that was everyone getting kicked out or just me. But then the next day, I tried again. Same thing happened, but that time I know for a fact everyone got kicked out because a few people got kicked out before me.
Okay, yeah.
And then they shut down the servers for a while, for like 4 hours, brought it back up, and then it's been working better since then.
Okay, cool. Well, you should hope they would have fixed it.
Yeah,
Bloody hell.
it's crazy.
Yeah, FIFA's the same, where like you play a game. I play it's dumb because I'm playing squad building, and I'm still getting if like the servers crash, you get kicked out of the game, and then you lose it 3-0. And I'm not even playing online. I'm playing Ultimate Team, but because it's online only,
Yeah.
you still get an L for it, and it's stupid.
It's ridiculous. It's
horrible.
absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
But apparently they said that they got DDoSed on the first day of server launch. So
They're saying that's why.
yeah, it's a bit.
I don't know.
But I
They're
feel
lying.
like
Yeah.
I feel like saying you got DDoS is a bad thing to do because then more people will try and
Try and
DDoS
do
you.
it, yeah.
True.
But,
well.
So I don't know if I believe it, but whatever, it's fine. It
Who-
seems to be
who
working now.
makes that again? Epic? No, that's not Epic.
Blizzard.
Blizzard, that's
Blizzard.
it. Well, oh well. It is what it is. More power to them. But yeah, where you finished?
Yeah. But to wrap us up, just say I've been watching the mighty Arsenal playing. We're top of the league. That's to wrap us up,
Arsenal women.
Them too. They're top 2.
But yeah, let's get out of here. So for the last stream, we were going to do my one, which was Princess Nyah, Frontline. Absolutely smasher. Before we get into that, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, everywhere else. That's at 5 Letter Podcast. That's the number 5 letters podcast. Hit us up, man. I think, yeah, we asked a few questions. I can't remember what they are now. But feel free to answer them if you remember what they are. But yeah, for another 2 weeks, we're out here. Bez, any last word?
Nah, man, have a good week.
Cam, any last words?
No, man.
Elliot, since you're here, any last words?
Make sure you tune in to see how tonight goes.
There you go. He said, come back next week or in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z. Find out next time.
Find out on the next episode of the 5 Letters Podcast. Yeah, we're out here, man. Peace.
Peace.
He's got me on the front line. My heart's open so wide. I wake up and he's on my mind. He's killing me from the inside out. He's got me on the front line. My heart's open so wide. I wake up and he's on my mind. He's killing me from the inside out.
The 5 Letters Podcast.